We're here with writer, model, and activist Mallory Edens. Don't leave me hanging. You leave me hanging.
Oh, you leave him hanging.
I love it. You left him hanging. That's good. I called you writer, model, and activist.
I know, I was like basking
And our
in it
favorite guest that we just met.
Exactly. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys
Welcome
doing?
to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Your Bucks won earlier today.
They a couple minutes ago, really.
Yeah. How do you, is that like a day-to-day for you and your family? Like, do you live and die day-to-day on the success of the Milwaukee Bucks?
Things are definitely better in my family when they're winning. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when they lost in the playoffs last year, I was like, okay, I'm going back to LA. Like, bye guys.
I can only imagine because as fans, as regular fans, your mood is determined sometimes by your team winning or losing. When your family owns the team, it's next level.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just you have a much bigger appreciation too, even just like beyond your own personal investment in like the game itself and the players on the court. You just have such a bigger appreciation for all of the people that go into a successful organization and a successful team, and so like you just kind of feel that loss like top to bottom a little bit more acutely than you do as a normal fan, because there's just so many people whose like life work and livelihoods and all of these things are invested in the team, and yeah, losing sucks.
I'm just thinking of how cool that must be, because the coolest thing my dad ever bought was like a DVD player in the early 2000s.
That's got to be a cool feeling. Do you remember when your family was like, "Hey, we're this is our thing. This is our team."
Yeah, well, they didn't buy the team until my senior year of high school. So like I had grown up a diehard Knicks fan. Like,
right.
Diehard.
Which we got to talk about in a minute. But it's a Throwback Thursday. Let's go back in time to 2014, the NBA draft.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yes.
What do you remember most?
So I was a senior in high school, and I, like, very random and weird, had, like, broken my skull my senior year of high school, so I'd kind of been out of commission for a while.
I can't let that slide. How did that happen?
I used to horseback ride really competitively, in a bad horseback riding accident, October of my senior year of high school. So I had kind of just been, like, out of commission, and my dad, like, knows I love basketball. It was such a big part of our lives, like, even before they were involved with the Bucks. And so he was like, Mallory, like, this would be, I didn't just love basketball, I was a huge basketball nerd. He was like, this would be the coolest thing for you to go do. Like, it would be fun. They're doing it in New York, like, you should go do it. I had the state championships for track the next day. I was like, okay, like, but I'll be home in time to go to bed, right? And yeah, it was really fun. I think I didn't really appreciate that it was like on national TV. Like I wasn't thinking about it.
Right.
I was sitting next to Dr. J, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? I was just like,
and then that's when you were introduced to the whole world. So what was the aftermath like? Did you go on social media that night and you're like, oh my God, everyone's talking about me?
It was weird because like my Instagram was private and I had only gotten a Twitter like a few weeks before when they bought the team, because I was like, oh, everyone's tweeting this news on Twitter. And I don't have one, and I would like to read these tweets. So I had downloaded Twitter, but I didn't even realize that I was like public or people could follow me. I didn't think about it. And then my sister was like holding my phone while they were taping it. And they kind of like wrapped it and whatever. And then I like went over to my family. I was like talking to people, and my sister gave me my phone. She was like, I don't know what's wrong. It was like literally like this. I was like, what? And I like my notifications like were turned on for Twitter because I didn't use it. And so I couldn't turn on my phone for like a week because it was still, every time I turned it on, it was buzzing so much from all the notifications that I was getting on Twitter that like it literally just like wouldn't even turn on.
Wow.
Well, since that draft that you were at 2014,
fast forward,
the team
so much better, right?
Has gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are a good luck charm for this or what?
I hope so. 2014 also happens to have been Giannis's rookie year, so...
Oh, he may have had something to do with this as well.
I mean, I don't know. Like, we maybe can't give him that credit, but I'm just kidding.
I'll give you the credit.
How much does he mean to the city?
I mean, to the Bucks fan base, everything, of course. He is not only the best player in the NBA this year or last year for many years to come, but he's also just... Like, I think there's not an organization in the NBA that wouldn't feel so lucky to have him, because he's just such a quality character human, too.
What's your relationship like with him personally? They see him there, you give him a pound, say what's up,
yeah,
does he come and say hi?
We've known each other since we were both, like, children.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the first time I met Giannis, he really didn't speak very much English. The Senator Cole, who owned the Bucks before, his assistant actually at the time, her family was Greek, so she spoke Greek, and she I remember we went to a game and we were down on the floor, and Giannis came over, and she was translating for us essentially. So it's so awesome and so cool to see how his life has grown since then. Yeah.
And you guys came so close last year.
Yes.
So this year, is it championship or bust?
I'm not going to say or bust, because there's so much that has to go. Even if you put together the best team and everybody shows up every single night and they're doing their best, you have to get so lucky. I think, look at what's happened to the Warriors this year. Mm-hmm. Everybody a few years ago, I think, would have thought that this scenario where I don't know if there's.
They have the worst record in the West.
Yeah, that's what I was
you would not predict that.
I don't know that they're second to worst in the West or worst in the West, but nobody. But it's also if you've been around the NBA for long enough, or just been around professional sports for long enough in general, I think you understand that every team is really a couple of injuries away from that scenario. Mm-hmm. So it's I feel it's kind of silly ever to be or bust,
Right.
You do got to get it kind of lucky.
Now you mentioned, you're from New York.
Yeah.
I heard that you want to buy the Knicks someday, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that plan and what it means to you.
So first I'm going to make $1 billion trillion.
That's step one. Okay.
Yeah.
Step one.
Once that is made.
The first and easiest step. Yeah, no, I don't know. When I was 6 years old, I apparently went around telling people that I still did ballet at the time. I told people I was going to be a ballerina in the Nutcracker, because we went to the Nutcracker every year and I loved it. Then I was going to be the first woman to play in the NBA. Then I was going to buy the Knicks, and then I was going to be president, the first female president.
Right.
So it's been in the life plan for a long time. Some of those other things have not worked out, but I feel this is going to be the first thing on the list.
This can happen.
Yeah.
This can happen.
Yeah.
Now, did you would you even consider the Knicks your secondary team, or did you just drop them when the family took ownership of the Bucks?
Do you have an ex who's your first love?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't. You're never gonna hate them, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
I don't know.
But you would root for your current person to beat them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's what you'd.
You're
Makes sense.
I hope my current boyfriend is so much better, and all of those things. But you're never gonna hate them. That's how I feel about the Knicks.
That's a good point.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can't let you go without talking about the Drake beef. Okay. So what's going on? How did that affect your life? And is it over now?
I don't think. We're not beefing. We're good. I don't know. I feel during the playoffs, you gotta ride for your team,
Of course.
And if you're a kind of person who rides for your team, you respect that.
You own that, though. I got to give you props. Major props for that. That was great. So much fun. And everybody remembers that, too. That's one of those moments, again, where you had to go home and see social media blowing up. You're like, oh, my God, I'm trending. This is nuts right now.
I didn't really, I guess, I forgot that I was sitting courtside, so I didn't really think anyone would notice. I thought a few people would see it and be like, oh, LOL, whatever.
Aaron Rodgers was sitting next to you chugging a beer.
I know,
I forgot.
But he sits next to us at so many games that, he and my dad are friends. He's always, I just forgot.
Right,
I don't know.
right.
Yeah.
But that beef is over.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
We're good.
So we're going to start a new one if that's okay with you.
With who?
Oh, you didn't know? Do you know who Elsa Hosk is, Victoria's Secret's model?
Yeah, I've heard.
Oh, she has more than one secret?
Yeah.
Multiple secrets.
We're calling this the dog pound beef because you both belong to the same gym, right?
Us and every other model in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But apparently you both have game.
right.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Oh, well, take a look. You got a jump shot, but so does she. This is Elsa.
Here she is.
Wait, that's my trainer.
Oh, look at that.
That's one of my best friends.
She even stole your trainer. This is some serious beef. So she's hitting shots. Guess what? She doesn't miss one. So we're really impressed by this. We're like, uh-oh. She's at the dog pound. Hitting shots, and her form is pretty good.
With your trainer. I love how you get possessive.
I know.
My trainer, huh? Oh, I see.
But
there you are.
Here you are.
So I'm moving in between. I'm just kidding.
Not only you feel,
I don't know
and
if
I have
you've
better
noticed.
mechanics. I have better form.
You know what? Yeah, your shot is really impressive, but I have to ask you, who is the queen of the court?
I don't know. I don't know her personally. Maybe we will have to meet and play in the Celebrity All-Star Game or something like that.
Little one-on-one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think people will be down with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thanks Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.